this mess is forcing some retail power companies out of business.
What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we are going to be talking about the massive disruption that is happening in Texas in spite of the energy crisis that is happening right now. So we're going to go over exactly the top stocks that we need to be watching that can significantly be affected by this crisis. We also are going to go over the top stocks that are going to be reporting earnings for this upcoming week. So I'm going to cover all this important information coming up. Now, before we get into it, I appreciate if you hit the like button. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below and check out the link in the description box below if you want to get free Bitcoin, free stocks. Check out the links in the description box below, and shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel and turn on notification. So this past week was pretty bad for the state of Texas. You know, I reside in Texas and I've never seen this kind of weather, consistent cold weather consecutively for 7 days straight was really messed up. And in spite of that, there's been a lot of outages that's been happening throughout the state. There's more than 3.5 million people that lost electricity and also water, and a lot of pipes being bursting due to the ice, freezing. It was pretty bad. If you have any family members in Texas, they probably told you that, or if you've seen the news, it was really messed up. So there's going to be a lot of disruption that's going to be happening, especially for the electric sector, basically the energy companies that are providing power to residential homes, to businesses. They failed miserably. So right now, currently, we have some power being restored in some areas. Believe it or not, even today, there's still some houses that do not have electricity. So, the cold weather already passed, but still, there's still houses that do not have electricity yet. So the damage is really messed up. So, but right now, of course, there's been thousands of people that actually use electricity. There's a lot of demand that was happening, especially when the cold weather was up. A lot of people are using the heat, and unfortunately, the bills are going to be piling up. When you look at articles coming out like this, like high electric bills, 16,752 just for 1 month, you have 17,000. So there's been a lot of articles coming out. This new article came out like less than an hour ago that people are seeing. So there's a huge issues, and a lot of companies are expected to go bankrupt and go out of business in spite of how the energy sector is structured in Texas. So the main thing that we're going to be talking about in this video is going to be the top 2 stocks that we're going to be watching out. So 2 of the stocks that you need to be watching out for upcoming days, for upcoming week, is going to be NRG and VST. Now, these are the companies that have customers in Texas. Some of the people that actually are having these massive bills of like 17,000, 16,000, and they're probably thinking to themselves,
I am never going to financially recover from this.
They are going to be transferred to TXU Energy involuntarily. So we're going to be watching a video later on exactly if you still live in Texas. If you live in Texas, what you need to do, and even if they involuntarily transfer you to another provider, there are some things that you definitely need to check, like the rate and what is the requirement for this contract and etc. You have to really check into that. So later on, I'm going to watch the video. But TXU Energy is going to be owned by one of these companies, which is going to be VST owns TXU Energy. So we might see a potential spike in this specific company. So the news came out throughout the weekend on Saturday. So when you look at the price action for these 2 companies, we have on one hand VST, which owns TXU Energy, is breaking out to the upside. It's having a really solid breakout out of the range of $20. So we have this $20 range that the stock has been in, between $20 and all the way to, $12, $17 or $18 around over here. And now it's having a very clean breakout in spite of what's happening. And we also have NRG, which is actually dropping to the downside. So that is not good, because this is a company that was telling the customers, please lower your energy usage. If you don't have any contracts locked in with any of these energy companies, then that means you're going to be paying the rent that is available right now in the market. And when you have the market, main thing that's going to be driving the price is going to be supply and demand. And last week, the demand was super high and the prices were going up. That's why we see bills of 17,000, 16,000, 10,000. So that is the main reason. So the main thing you want to be looking for is going to be their earnings reports for these companies coming up pretty soon. So we might have a continuation move that is happening right now for these stocks, so for VST and NRG, their earnings reports is going to be in February, this upcoming week. For NRG, the next earnings is going to be February 25th, and the VST is going to be February 26th. So be on the lookout for that. This is going to be a huge earnings reports for them, because the entire energy system in Texas is probably going to be changing, because it was a huge mess that happened in Texas last week. So now let's check out this video to see exactly what you need to do if you're actually caught up in this huge energy mess in Texas.
There's a lot of uncertainty ahead for all energy consumers in Texas. We've already seen huge bills for people on those variable rate plans because their bills fluctuate based on the cost of wholesale electricity, which just skyrocketed this week. Now we know some power companies are in a world of hurt too. David Schechter is live in the WFAA newsroom for us tonight. So David, tell us what this means for us, the people who pay the bills, the consumers.
Well, it means thousands of Texans will involuntarily be switched to totally different power companies where they could potentially face some higher rates. That's because this mess is forcing some retail power companies out of business. When the cost of electricity spiked, some retail electricity companies could not afford the prices and are basically going out of business because of that. And in this situation, the state switches customers from those insolvent companies over to other companies. That's expected to be many thousands of Texans. Usually when this kind of switching happens, customers automatically get hit with some higher bills, but to avoid that, the Texas Public Utilities Commission has passed an emergency resolution to help ease that transition. Specifically, it has authorized TXU to absorb those stranded customers and bring them over at competitive electricity rates instead of emergency rates. This evening, I spoke with Professor Ed Hers, who teaches energy policy at the University of Houston.
The travesty of this is the Public Utility Commission is supposed to make sure that these firms are qualified to handle your money. And in many instances over the years, we find several that don't. And so the customers are out of luck.
What should customers do when they discover they are now a customer of a different power company?
Well, they need to research it, find out how this contract came about, what their obligations are, if they can switch on the Power to Choose website, and if not, see what they can do to break the contract.
Do you think the consumers in this state are going to end up spending more money on electricity?
Without a doubt.
PowerToChoose.org is the marketplace run by the state where customers can shop for electricity in Texas. You may want to start getting familiar with that website. There could also be another billing problem on the horizon with smart meters. Normally, when a meter gives a reading of 0, billing software assumes there's been some kind of glitch and will bill customers for the historical average of what they normally pay. The PUC is warning retailers not to do this, as they would likely be charging customers for energy they did not use, Teresa.
So now let's move on to the major companies that are going to be reporting earnings this upcoming week. So we have the first day on Monday, we have Dish is going to be reporting earnings. We also have on Tuesday retail stocks, Home Depot. We also have on Wednesday, we have Lowe's, which is also a retail company. We have Macy's, and we have also the after hours. We have Square, Upwork, and Hyliion. So we've been talking about Hyliion in the past a lot. So we're going to be definitely interested in exactly what is happening with Hyliion stock for their earnings reports. And of course, we also have another company that we talked about on Wednesday. It's going to be reporting earnings, Jumia, Nvidia, which is involved in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just breaking out to the upside this past week. So it's going to be great to see what is going to be happening with this company. And we also have Moderna, the vaccine stock, Plug Power. There's also another company that we talked about. We also have Etsy, Rocket. A lot of people are interested in Rocket. They're going to be reporting earnings on Thursday. We also have on Friday, DraftKings, also another company that we talked about. We have AMC Network, Cinemark. So these are going to be the major companies that we're going to be watching for this upcoming week. So that's going to be the video. If you have any questions, comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. And sign up for Webull. Get you free Bitcoin by using BlockFi. And I'll catch you guys on another video tomorrow. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.